I'm 76 years old. 3 months ago, my doctor looked me in the eyes and said, "John, you've got maybe a year, probably less. Stage 4, inoperable, spreading fast. So I don't have time to waste yours. What I'm about to tell you is going to make you uncomfortable. It might piss you off. It might make you cry. But if you stick with me until the end, I promise you, as a man staring death in the face, you will not be the same person who clicked on this video. You're making the exact same mistakes I made. You're chasing the exact same lies I chased for 54 years. And unless you stop right now, you're going to end up exactly where I am, lying in a hospital bed at 3 in the morning, crying, because you finally realized you wasted your life. And here's the part that will haunt you. All the things you think matter, all the things you're sacrificing everything for, none of it means a thing when you're dying. Not your job, not your money, not your success, not your reputation. If you're thinking, "I'll finish this later," that's exactly the attitude that destroyed my life. Later, someday, when I have more time. You don't have more time. None of us do. So put down your phone and listen to what a dying man is trying to tell you. I'm not trying to get views. I'm trying to save you from the regret I'm living in right now. My name is John. I've been alive for 76 years, but honestly, I've only really lived for the last 3 months. I graduated college in 1970, 22, hungry, ambitious. I wanted success, money, respect, power. I wanted people to look at me and think, "That guy made it." I got it. I became a partner at one of the top law firms in Chicago by 38. I made more than my parents made in their whole lives combined. Big house, luxury cars, $1,000 suits, a beautiful wife, 2 healthy kids, a calendar packed so tight I had to schedule bathroom breaks. From the outside, I was living the dream, but I was dying inside, slowly, quietly, and I didn't even notice, because I was too busy chasing the next goal. Success is like a drug. You achieve something, your brain releases dopamine, you feel amazing for maybe 48 hours, and then it fades. You need another hit, bigger, more. Before you know it, you're not working to live. You're feeding an addiction that can never be satisfied. That was me for 54 years. I missed my daughter Emily's dance recital when she was 7 because of a client dinner. I told myself she'd have other recitals. I made 2 out of 12 years of dance. She quit at 19 and never went back. Sometimes I wonder if she quit because I taught her that the things she loved didn't matter as much as my work. My son Michael played baseball, really good, made varsity as a freshman. I promised him I'd be at his first varsity game. A conference call ran late. By the time I got there, it was over. He'd hit a home run, his first. I wasn't there to see it. He told me it was fine. I saw in his eyes that it wasn't. We were never quite the same after that. I told myself it was all worth it, that once I made partner, once I hit the next number, then I'd slow down, then I'd be present. That day never came. It never comes. Because the goalpost always moves. There is no finish line. There is no enough. There is only more. 3 months ago, what I thought was indigestion turned out to be pancreatic cancer. I collapsed in my office reviewing a contract. When I woke up in the hospital, Margaret, my wife, was sitting there looking older than I remembered. Tired, sad, like she'd been sad for years and I'd simply never noticed. The doctor said stage 4, spread to my liver and lungs, maybe a year if I responded well to treatment. My first thought wasn't about my career, my legacy, my money. It was, I never really lived. I started sobbing right there in that hospital bed. 54 years of wrong priorities hit me all at once. I'd existed. I'd achieved things, checked boxes. But I never stopped to ask what I actually wanted, what made me happy, what mattered. That night, alone, I made a list of everything I'd always meant to do. Travel to Italy with Margaret, learn guitar, write a book, really know my kids, forgive my brother, fix my marriage. I had the time, I had the money, I had the opportunity. I just didn't do it. Because I kept telling myself, someday. Someday is the most dangerous word in the English language. Let me tell you something about time nobody wants to hear. You think you have a lot of it. You don't. When you're 10, a year is 10% of your life. It feels huge. When you're 50, it's 2%. It flies by. Before you know it, you're 76 wondering where 50 years went. My father died suddenly of a heart attack when I was 41. We had a complicated relationship. He was hard on me, demanding, never satisfied. As I got older, I understood him more, and I kept thinking, One day we'll have a real conversation. I'll tell him I understand. I'll thank him. One day. He died on a Tuesday. I was in a deposition and didn't find out for 5 hours. I never got to say any of it. That regret has haunted me for 35 years. Your parents are getting older every single day. Call them. Tonight. You don't know how many calls you have left. I need to tell you about my wife, Margaret. We met in college. Beautiful, smart, funny. Everything I wasn't. We married in 1973. Broke. 30 people at the wedding. And for the first few years, we were genuinely happy. Then I started climbing the ladder. Longer hours, more stress, work brought home, date nights canceled. Slowly, over years, we drifted. Not dramatically, no affair, no big fight, just distance. We became roommates instead of soulmates. She'd suggest a trip. I was too busy. She'd want to talk about us. I was too tired. Last week, lying in bed, I looked at her, really looked, and realized, after 52 years of marriage, she's almost a stranger to me. I don't know what her dreams were, what she gave up for us, what makes her truly happy. So I asked her, what did you want to be before all this? She looked up, surprised, like no one had asked her that in decades. I wanted to be a writer, she said. I wanted to travel the world and write about it. Why didn't you? Because I chose you. I thought once the kids were grown, once you retired, maybe we'd travel together. But you were always too busy. And now, she didn't finish. She didn't have to. I robbed her of the life she wanted, and I can never give it back. If there's one thing I could change, it would be that, choosing her, every day, really seeing her, really knowing her. Don't take the people you love for granted. Love them now, know them now, before it's too late. Let me tell you the biggest lie I ever believed, that my job mattered. 54 years at that firm. Weekends, holidays, sick days, I gave them everything. When I got my diagnosis and had to step away, they replaced me in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. The partner sent a card. Sorry to hear about your illness. You'll be missed. Past tense. Within a month, the emails stopped. It was like I'd never existed. I missed my kids' childhoods for a company that forgot me the second I wasn't useful. Your job doesn't love you. You're a resource. The moment you stop being productive, you're replaceable. Don't confuse your career with your life. Your career is what you do. Your life is who you love, what you experience, what you create outside of work. I have 2 children. Emily is 49, a doctor. Michael is 46, runs his own business. Both successful, and I barely know them. When Emily was 16 and got her heart broken, she needed her father. I had a deadline. I chose work. She stopped coming to me with her problems after that. Now we talk about weather and grandkids, never anything real. When Michael was 12, he asked me to teach him to throw a curveball. This weekend, I promised. Something always came up. Eventually, he stopped asking. He taught himself. Now, at 46, he's polite with me, but there's a wall there. One I built, one broken promise at a time. Last month, he brought my grandson to visit me in the hospital. I watched Michael with his son, present, engaged, laughing, everything I wasn't. He became a better father by watching what not to do. I should be proud. I am. But it also destroys me, because it means he remembers exactly what it felt like to have a father who was always too busy. If you have kids, they won't remember your job title or your achievements. They'll remember whether you showed up. Be there. Make them feel like the most important thing in your world, because they are. You want to know what keeps me up at night? Not the things I did wrong, the things I never did at all. The trip to Italy Margaret and I talked about for 30 years and never booked. The guitar sitting untouched in my closet for 40 years. The book I always meant to write. The story will die with me. My brother David, who I haven't spoken to in 8 years over some stupid argument. Last week, Margaret told me he called. He heard about my diagnosis. He wants to visit. We're seeing each other for the first time in 8 years because I'm dying. 8 years wasted because I was too stubborn to pick up a phone. This is what haunts me. Not my failures, but my non-actions. Whatever you're putting off, that trip, that conversation, that dream, stop putting it off. Someday isn't real. It's a lie you tell yourself to avoid living now. So after 76 years, what actually matters? It's embarrassingly simple. Relationships. That's it. That's everything. I have money in the bank. It doesn't comfort me. A nice house, just a building. Awards and recognition, meaningless. What matters is Margaret holding my hand. My kids actually talking to me. My grandkids laughing at a bad joke. Experiences over things. I have a garage full of expensive stuff I barely used and no memories to show for it. I wish I'd traveled more, tried new things, collected experiences instead of possessions. Being present. I was never really present. My body was there. My mind was always somewhere else. Your kids don't need an expensive vacation. They need you to really listen. Your spouse doesn't need grand gestures. They need you to truly see them. Being yourself. I spent my life being who I thought I should be. The successful lawyer, the provider, when deep down I wanted to teach, to work with kids. I buried that dream because it wasn't impressive enough. Don't bury who you really are. Last week I tried to write final letters to my kids, the kind they'd read after I'm gone. I sat there for 3 hours and couldn't write a single word. How do you apologize for missing someone's entire childhood? You can't. My legacy isn't my career. It's 2 kids who grew up with a father too busy to be their dad. And I see people making the same mistakes every single day. Fathers on their phones while their kids try to talk to them. People working 60-hour weeks chasing success that won't make them happy. Couples living together as strangers. I want to scream at them to wake up. But they can't hear it yet, not really. Not until they're standing where I am. I'm running out of time. So hear this. You could die tomorrow. I know, you're young, you're healthy, that won't happen to you. But death doesn't care about your plans. My friend Tommy thought he had decades, dead at 68 from a heart attack. I thought I'd live to 90, terminal cancer at 76. You don't know how much time you have. Stop living like you have forever. Make that call tonight. Book that trip this week. Tell the people you love that you love them today. Because one day, maybe tomorrow, maybe in 50 years, it'll be too late. And you'll be lying in a bed like me, drowning in regret, wishing for one more chance to do it right. If I could talk to my 30-year-old self, here's what I'd say. That job doesn't matter, they'll replace you in a week. That money won't make you happy, it never does. That success is empty, a trap. What matters is sitting on the porch with your wife, being present with your kids, calling your parents while you still can, pursuing your real dreams, taking risks, being yourself. I can't go back. I can't get back the 54 years I wasted. All I can do is warn you. Wake up, right now, today. Don't wait for someday. It isn't coming. My name is John. I'm 76 years old. I'm dying. This might be the last message I ever get to share. So please, don't let it be for nothing. If this affected you, do something about it right now. What call are you going to make? What trip are you going to book? What conversation are you finally going to have? Make it real. Share this with someone who's wasting their life chasing the wrong things. Your friend who's always working. Your sibling putting off their dreams. Your parent who needs to hear you love them. Every morning you wake up, you have a choice. Keep chasing the wrong things, or start living intentionally, today. I'm begging you. As a man who wasted 54 years making the wrong choice, please choose wisely. The clock is ticking. What are you going to do with whatever time you have left?